That was probably one of the most difficult ones that I've ever done. Dehydration, a lot of little hills, and so many mountain backs. The sun is directly in your face or directly in your back. That is hard. Oh, but it's done. It's done. It's done. So not happy.
Congratulations.
One of the giveaways is lotion. What the heck did I just do? The irony is, they say that Japan, or the Tokyo Marathon, is one of the easier majors because the first 5 kilometers or so is gentle downhill, and then from there it's fairly flat. There have been some minor rolls along the way which added to the difficulty, but it's mostly been in the 50s and low 60s for the entire race. And many of the out and backs, you had direct sunlight in your face like I have right now, or right on your back. So dehydration was a real issue. I bonked, if you want to say that, probably around mile 22 or so. While I was on pace for maybe a 3:25, 3:30, I had to start like walking and running. My final time was approximately 3 hours, 39 minutes. It ended up being my slowest time, and the New York Marathon is my fastest. I'll never understand that one, but there you go. So now I gotta find my way home. I really gotta shower. I gotta drink a ton of water. I need to relax and consider what I'm gonna do for the rest of the day. Probably gonna be food. I just ran 26.2 miles. Why are there stairs everywhere? Everywhere. It is almost 10 a.m. the Monday after the marathon. I mean, I feel a lot better than I did. I think it's because last night I got probably around 10 hours of sleep. I am still kind of wrestling with a little bit of dehydration. And today is also a very important day I've been planning on for not as long as the marathon, but at least since early January, and is part of the reason why I'm wearing shorts today. It's cooler today. It's in the low 40s Fahrenheit and it's kind of raining outside, so we'll see what I can get done. Just like the day right after the New York Marathon, I wasn't feeling 100%, but I wasn't feeling awful either. That's where I'm at today. You know, marathons take a huge toll out of you and you have to heal at your own pace. So, although the chicken tonkatsu curry last night was pretty delicious, even though I typically don't eat meat. I've been through a few alleyways and restaurant ways here in Tokyo and Kyoto. Some of those restaurants have signs that say no vegan, no vegetarian, because the broths that they use for some of this ramen is pork-based. So I appreciate that and I understand that. It also makes it a little bit harder to eat exactly what I want. Anyway, I'm gonna leave the room so I can let housekeeping do its thing. I'm very warm in this. I'm wearing 4 layers. And let's see where the day takes us, shall we? Just got out of having some delicious ramen after getting work done on my leg. I'm in shorts. It's snowing now.
Ginza Uniqlo Flagship is gigantic. I know, it's Uniqlo. We have a lot of these in the United States, but here I am on the 10th floor, and this is the third of 3 menswear floors. Each floor could be its own Uniqlo in the United States.
Celine Dior. So close. What do you say to taking chances? Enjoying tempura pumpkin no less, at Sushiro in Tokyo, right outside Ginza. And much like a theme for many of the other shops I've visited, this is on the 6th floor of a building with no clear signage on the outside letting you know what's on the inside. So sometimes when you get directions to these places, you just need to have a little bit of patience. Realize that the shop might be inside the building, it doesn't look like it's inside. Just check it out. Okay, so that wraps up my second to last full day in Tokyo. The day after the marathon is always a tough one with regards to healing, feeling better, getting hydrated, which took me a while. It was a successful day. With a bit of pep in my step, I made my way to the Tokyo Dome. I picked up a sweatshirt, which I didn't need, but kind of wanted because Carpe Diem. Then I got my tattoo at Three Tides. Somewhere along the way, I stopped at McDonald's and got a teriyaki burger and a shake garlic parmesan fries thing where you put the seasoning mix in the bag and you shake the fries in it together. It was actually quite delicious. That didn't stop me from getting some vegan ramen after the tattoo, and then follow that up with hitting up the Ginza Graphic Gallery, which is a must-see free exhibit. This time was focusing on a portfolio, if you will, of a cover designer whose name I can't remember right now, but I'll put it on the video right about here. After doing a bit of shopping on Main Street in Ginza, went right back to the hotel to chill out for a bit before heading out for some sushi, because I keep on telling people coming to Japan and not having things like onigiri, sushi, so forth, it's like coming to New York and not having pizza or something like that. It's just one of those things you got to do anyway. Heading back to the hotel. It was a successful day. Got one more to go. Let's see where it takes me. So my last full day in Tokyo starts off on Koppabashi, which is the kitchenware street of this city, as was recommended to me by Japan Side West. I've already went into one store that specialized in chopsticks of all regions of Japan, even those that included imported woods that were then shaped here. Countless bakery stores, you name it. And I just started. And as I'm recording right now, I'm looking at a store that sells knives. Only wish I could take them home, but that's what they say about carry-ons. Nothing sharp except your dress. I don't know, that's what they say. That's what I say.
There are just so many wonderful shops here, including some knife shops, but unfortunately, I'm still concerned about how I would buy one and get one home before I drop upwards of 30,000 yen or more on a nagiri knife. I might want to do my homework first. Alrighty, this was definitely a very fruitful trip up here. Even if I only bought a pair of chopsticks and a chopstick rest, it still was very cool to see this area and to know, hey, if I need to get a good knife, this is where to go. Let's keep going. So I got a bit overwhelmed trying to wait for the okonomiyaki, which was closed. And then there was another place recommended for ramen, which had a long line and it was cold. So I'm pivoting to another location where I can hopefully get some snack and maybe see a museum or two. We'll see. After trying to do some kitchenware shopping, trying to find a nice place to eat and settling upon Little Mermaid because I was a little bit too timid to try any of the ramen shops with huge lines, went to Yokoamicho Park as a memorial to the earthquake and World War II bombings. Now I'm going to Meiji Jingu to make the best of my last full day here, my last full day in Japan. Who knows when or if I'll be back. You know what? I shouldn't say that. Let's get going. Maps app gave me directions to come down this path, and this is probably the most quiet and secluded I've ever felt in this entire trip. As much as I like to walk around or research the names for some of these things I'm trying to mention to you, I am cold and I am very fatigued. Today has been overwhelming. Anyway, whoa, there goes the umbrella. Onwards and upwards. So I'm glad I actually found okonomiyaki to enjoy, and it was really good, if not really hot. Now I'm just trying to find my way to the train station. Inside the train station. Alright, so let me see if I get this straight. Someday, I'm fighting dehydration with the sun beating on my front and beating on my back. Now it's literally snowing.
Well, I just learned it's National Pancake Day in the US. Checkout here at Ramen Plus is going to be at noon. Then I have a few hours to figure out what I'd like to do for the last morning and afternoon that I will have in Japan. Then on my way to Haneda Airport. Just quiet reflections over what's been going on with the race and this entire vacation so far has been completely amazing. I didn't get a chance to see everything that I wanted to, but I got a chance to experience everything that I needed to and more. From finding little hidden curry places that were not in the tourist guides to climbing up a mountain in Kyoto. Little things, the big things, everything's all adding up like in a giant vacation calculator. I don't know. I've only had 4 ounces of coffee so far. Anyway, one last afternoon to go.
Had some of the most delicious ramen in the life, honestly, and I'm not using hyperbole. Well, I am at least hyper because I just had 2 cups of coffee, the most delicious coffee in my life. And now I'm trying to find the ad museum once again. Using the Maps app, it brought me to a location where it said, "You are here." But I'm like, where? So I had to go inside and find a map, and of course, the museum I'm looking for is downstairs a little bit. Let me show you. I have to go downstairs for the ad museum, or not quite so downstairs. All part of the Korea Mall. Sometimes it's not quite so clear. Let's do this. Yep. Closed. This is starting to be a common theme. So after the ad museum fell through, I decided to pivot to one location that has been a place that I really wanted to see, yet I could never make it happen. It's not enough that the marathon ended at the entrance to where I'm at right now. Here I am inside Tokyo Imperial Gardens. Finally, it's a little wet. This might be the last thing that I see in Tokyo. There's such a juxtaposition between these gardens and the buildings rising in the background, but somehow it's all complementary, and I don't know if I can quite explain or articulate why. Time runs out for me here in Tokyo. I think this was a beautiful capstone to the entire trip. There's so many beautiful things I wish I could have seen, and many museums to which I wish I had been. And there was a lot of food that I was grateful to have tried. Yet, all good things You know, now I got to prepare myself. I'm going to get back toward the hotel where I kept my bag. Then I'm going to make my way toward Haneda and ultimately back home. That's all I got. Thank you for watching. I got poor man's business class. I got the whole road to myself.